With Ocean Camera Space Corp. It is about 8:23 p.m. This is when the weather this morning was looking to be pretty strong wind, and it's died down a little bit. Right now we're looking at wind, maybe the weather to hit around 1 or 2 tomorrow morning. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, about 5-6 hours from now, it looks like maybe it got delayed a little bit, got pushed back or reduced, at least for the moment. So we're looking at, I put a link in the description here to the updated weather, and it's looking like, at least right now, we probably got about 15 miles an hour gusts to a little bit stronger, but I think possibly the radar looked like it's gonna maybe get a little tougher here starting around 1 or 2 tomorrow morning. So in about 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 5 to 6 hours from now, it looks like. Anyway, so that's the update on the weather. We got some sprinkles in Brownsville. We got some rain, but I don't know about out here how much rain they got this afternoon. Hey, William, thank you. I've got the mic plugged in, so for the next hour or so, I can use the mic, and then I would plug back in the backup battery power. I picked up a nice piece of equipment today off of Craigslist, one of those free things where you can, someone was getting rid of I'm not going to share any photos, but someone was getting rid of like a display case with it has like a half dome display case. So I'm going to use that for the camera setup so that I've typically been able to use my camera on the pan and tilt. I could tilt up and down and pan left and right about 90 degrees, and this will allow me to do about a 360 pan and about 90 degree tilt up all the way to the top. So pretty exciting. So that came through today. I just saw it and I called the person and he said, hey, yeah, you can pick it up, and so I got it picked up, and yeah. Tom, yeah, it could be the calm before the storm. Yeah, I'm safe. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's still calling for something after midnight in the Port Isabel area as far as severe weather. After midnight, though, is what they're looking at for now. So. I'll pan to the right here. Tom Greeny from Ireland. Yeah, thanks, Tom. Tom Tick was good stuff. Tom Greeny from Ireland, good stuff. Be nice to get some rain, that's for sure. I mean, I'm not against getting rain out here, but, sprinkles of rain I would prefer over heaps of rain. Well, a lot of times when we get rain, it'll be very, very hard rain, and it might puddle up and flood the whole area kind of thing, that kind of rain, so. We had sunset about a half hour or so ago, and so. Yeah, 2 Toms in a row, Tom, huh? Tom Greeny says, someday I'll stand where you are. That's the dream. Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. Maybe by that time they'll have a couple of launches underway already. Tom Sicoli also. 3 in a row. Good stuff. Tom Tech, Tom Greeny, and Tom Sicoli. Nice. Get the shot of the tower here. So there's a couple lights on in the tower, but and I saw someone moving around with a flashlight. Hey, Mark Higgins. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you, actually. Doing all right. Doing good. I went to HEB today, and they actually have some rice you can get, sides of rice, for like $1.99, and you get a 1 serving or 2 serving of side of rice. So I got some rice from HEB, and I got some. They also had some hummus. I think it was hummus. Yeah, hummus with red pepper hummus. So I've been looking for hummus, and it hasn't been at the Walmart for quite a while, so I was happy to find it at the HEB Plus over off of there's a HEB Plus here in Brownsville. So I got 2 servings of rice and some hummus. It was really good with some grape juice, actually. Yeah. Okay, so Tom Ciccoli, any tankers inbound? I saw a tanker in the Suborbital tank farm. I'm not sure what kind of tanker it was, but I did see one over there when I was arriving, Tom. Charles says, Fulmer, sure has changed since I was there. Wow, okay. Been away, good to be at your streams again. Top quality, Mark. Oh, that's cool. Right on. I try and get the good stuff. I haven't had a chance to test out the Starlink today, but I will in the days ahead. I will test it out again. That's about it from this shot. I can get maybe the orbital tank farm, and then I'll move to the left, I guess, and get a shot of the Starship. I took a look before going live, so it's a good shot of the Starship. If I were to move about 15 feet to the left here, so I'll get that shot in there. More so, this is just a check-in to show the weather and to see what you're hearing, what you're thinking, that kind of stuff, So, oh yeah, it'd be good for me to get down there, maybe do a second live stream from over by the tank farm, because that's I did one earlier today, or at least to see if there's any change since around lunchtime, and see if they installed that pump or whatever, see if that's still over there or whether it was installed. So I may do a live stream from over there if they did something with it. So if there's something to see, I'll do a live stream down there. All right, I'll get a shot once more from this spot, and then I'll move down the ways there. So maybe some speculation. Yeah, so we could see stronger winds in the next 9, 10, 11, 12, 5, 6 hours. So I'll be here on site. I'm gonna stay on site tonight down by the beach, and I'll keep an eye on how things are going, and maybe I'll do a live stream tonight from the center of the storm, kind of thing. But yeah, I might do something tonight if it gets fun. I will do a live stream. Can't hurt. So we are seeing here is the E-dome is still here. I don't know if they've done any testing on this. Let me know if you've heard or seen any testing done on that. That's still, I think, yet to be tested. Tom, yeah. After the Starlink wasn't working for me yesterday, I tried something with my inverter. I put the batteries, my 2 marine batteries, in series, and I blew up my inverter. I heard 2 large pops, so I did not realize that it was only meant to be used at 12 volts. So I opened it up today, the inverter, and I didn't see any blown fuses on the inside, and the 2 fuses on the outside were okay. So I plugged in a few other items today, and the inverter is still working, but it's not consistent with the power. So I've got one of those laptop backup battery sources plugged into the inverter this evening, and that'll get charged overnight, maybe into tomorrow, and then with that backup battery computer power, I'll be able to power the Starlink probably tomorrow and get a good enough consistent power source to test out the Starlink. So I did order a new, much better inverter for 24 volt inverter last night. And when that arrives, the benefit of that is because the previous way I had my solar power panel and charger inverter set up, it was not getting the maximum peak of day power out of the solar panel, because it was only rated for so many watts and so many volts. So I needed to go up to 24 volts anyway, so it's kind of a good thing, but it's a little bit delay on the Starlink situation. So, but I had used the Starlink for maybe 5 days with no issues, and then just one day it wasn't working. So I tried a few things with my setup, and it didn't improve anything. So I will give it a shot. I also sent support a message too. Yeah, so. All right, I'll move here to the left a little bit, and then I'll get a shot of the Starship here. One of the things with solar power panels and inverters and chargers is if you're not getting maximum usage of a solar panel, sometimes it can be due to the charger inverter setup. So it can be that during the peak of the day, due to the voltage limitations on the charger and or the inverter, you might not get the maximum charging off of the solar panels, because you might hit the ceiling on the inverter or the charger. So because of the setup that I started out with, I had always had my batteries in parallel, because I knew that they couldn't work in series with the type of voltage and everything else. So I had forgotten that when I tried that out yesterday. And I did blow up my. I heard 2 pops out of my inverter. So, yeah. So, but when I get the better 24-volt inverter, I will be able to get much better charging off of the solar panels to the batteries. So. Hello from Casper. Oh, Casper. Hey. I remember that I met a guy named Casper. I don't know if that's the name of the city or someone. I met someone named Casper here recently in the last couple of weeks. I'm going to move to the left here, and I will get the shot of the Starship. Give me about 10 seconds. Casper, Wyoming. I got you. Cool. That's cool. Johnny Henry. Awesome. And kind of a nice shot with the sky the way it is. I get a shot of the Starship here. So there is a lift on the Starship right now. I think I saw one on the other side too when I was driving down this way. There, so they're working on the Starship a little bit. Again, as I drove in, there was a tanker offloading over at the Suborbital tank farm over there too. So. Johnny says 77 degrees and calm here. Wow, in Casper, Wyoming. Maybe some engine work, Tom Sicoli. Last night there was a lot of people working out here, and maybe as it gets later into the evening, maybe more people will show up. I don't know, but as it got later into the evening last night, there was just more people showing up here to to work, kind of thing. It's kind of cool. So I recall, maybe I'm forgetting something, but that's the way I remember it. Gary says 105 degrees and horrible here. Hiya, nice. That's pretty hot. It's going to be some loud venting near the orbital tank farm, near one of the bunkers. So, okay. Javier, good evening, good night. Thanks. Yeah, Andre. This is somewhat the scene we had last night, too, of this Starship area. In Chico, California, says Gary, 105 Fahrenheit. Wow. There is another tanker arriving there at the suborbital tank farm right there. Driving into that area. So that's 2 tankers there now, at least. So maybe this week we'll see both the orbital and suborbital activity this week, because they're loading up on the suborbital as well as the orbital, because they had methane tankers here, I believe, two days ago or 2 mornings ago, and now we're seeing tanker activity over at the suborbital area as well. So I think there was a road closure for this Monday. Maybe they'll push that back just due to the weather. We'll see how it goes tomorrow, but this week should be pretty busy. Andre asks, are they upgrading the orbital pad to a new static fire? I don't know. Okay, Tom says yes, 10 to 10 on Monday, road closure. Good stuff. Thanks. If we get a lot of rain here tomorrow, they'll probably push back Monday to another day. But because they got to clean up, if there's a lot of rain and stuff, then they'll have to clean up and just make sure everything's good before they do anything on Monday. Probably. That's the way I remember it from other times. So. I get another shot from this spot of the tower as well. Andre says, this will be a decisive week. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Well, we're definitely getting a change in the weather. I don't know if this will continue this way or not, but maybe we're leaving the summer and heading into the fall. Gary says the gate area looks a lot better than a few days ago. That's cool. Tom Sicoli says, I'm thinking that if we don't see 33 engines fired by Labor Day, we won't see the test launch in 2022. Interesting. When is Labor Day, Tom? How many weeks away or what? You know? Two and a half weeks? Okay. So that would put us into 14, about 18 or so days away, 17, 18, 16. That would bring us 18101011. The end of the first week of September. That's cool. Or so. So Tom's saying if we don't see his 33 engines fired by Labor Day, we won't see the test launch in 2022. Yeah, I don't know if that would be a deciding factor. Oh, the test launch. Yeah, I don't know how, what else they really have to do to September, October, November, December. That's 4 months there. I would imagine even if they had to wait, 2 months, they could still, once they successfully static fire the booster, there's not much more they have to do. They just gotta, whatever they have to do with the Starship, whether it's cryo testing or full static fire or whatever, and then just stack them and launch it. I don't see how how much more they'd have to do before they can do that. That's a lot of time, 4 months to they've been gearing up for this for a long time, and like you, I hope they can do it before this, the year. I don't know all the details about what they're trying to accomplish, all the little things that they have to accomplish before they can launch. So I'm not in the know about that, and I haven't been studying it or reading up, or I'm not in those chats where I hear about any of the tests and things that they got to achieve. If someone would like to invite me into those meetings and discussions with the actual SpaceX people, I'd love to be quiet and listen and be able to do that. But send me a message if that's possible. Alright, we got a tanker going down to the orbital tank farm. Wasn't able to catch the type of fuel, but it is heading that direction. So there's gases going to both the orbital and suborbital tank farms at the moment. I believe we got a bunch of weekend beach traffic going by too, so that's some of the trucks going by are from the beach. Hey Elena, good morning to you. Happy Sunday. Go. That's the best way. Just chilling, huh? Someone gave me some guava fruit today, so I buried them on the remote camera property, and so I've got some guava seeds planted as well now. Maybe they'll grow into some trees. Yeah. The banana tree is doing okay. I just got the one tree. It's about 3 feet tall, and I trimmed off some of the leaves this evening, and there is one new leaf since I planted it, which is kind of unfurling at the moment. So it seems to be doing okay. We'll see how it goes down into the future. So I'm watering it almost every day, so it's getting water, and I've got some grass clippings as a mulch around it. So it's got about 3/4 to a foot of mulch, and water and mulch is most of what you need. I could get some more soil and stuff like that, but I will down the road. So we'll see. Wind is the biggest issue in this area, and I don't know if heavy rain's a big issue, but in Brownsville for sure, there's heavy rain is an issue in Brownsville, but wind for Texas, I guess, is one of the big issues. I'll get a shot of the tower here, so we got a better shot than when I was further to the right here. So get a shot of the tower. It's a decent shot, not the best shot either. So maybe I can zoom out. No, I can't zoom out. All right, a little bit shot of the tower. Maybe I'll go up and just get the top there. If I do a live stream later tonight, it'll be from the dunes, and I'll get a shot looking east of the orbital launch platform and other stuff. So should be a better view. So. Looking west, looking west. I was watching a video earlier today by Jacko, J-A-C-K-O. He used to be a Navy SEAL for many years, and he puts out like motivational videos kind of stuff. And he was saying that when there's something you don't really want to do, then it's good to do it, because So he was saying, for instance, if you don't want to do something, then maybe do it today. And if you feel that same way tomorrow, then maybe don't do it tomorrow. But if you feel that way right now, then maybe do it today and then think about how you feel about it tomorrow. You know, so even though you might not want to do something, at least do it today. You know. So it's kind of a good philosophy. You know. Someone asked earlier in one of the chats any updates on the. Elena says, I did that yesterday. Awesome waiting, huh? How do you feel about it today? Did you do it yesterday? That's cool. Someone asked in one of the comments, you did it, awesome. Okay, Gary says, that philosophy doesn't apply when you're retired. Good stuff. Yeah, someone asked about the top of the tower here, whether there's any updates on that. No, yeah, they put the scaffolding stuff up there, and maybe they're done with it. There's no new necessary work to be done, so it is, although it looks unfinished, I think it's finished. You know, it was just some type of, whatever it is, a communication thing or something, or for lighting for airplanes or something like that. I think it's done, you know, but it is, it might look undone, but unfinished, but I think it's done, so. I got to update the Nightbot thing here. I think there's some more things I would mention in the every hour. You know, I think I've had on an hourly cycle for the Nightbot, and it's been a while since I updated the comments that come out. So. Oh, I know something I could do. Watch this. All right, Helena, you are now a moderator at Ocean Camera Space Corp. Oh, there's a good group that we got now. If you don't want to do it, let me know. But yeah, welcome. Thank you. You've got more capability as a moderator here, so no. You don't have to do anything, but if you want to, you're able to. Cool. That's good. That's funny. I'll do a little zoom on the chopsticks. I can't get much from this angle. I'll do a little zoom. get up the tower once more. So they're building at least one of these over there in Florida. I don't have the update on the status of. I think they're doing a second one as well. Are they simultaneously building both of those towers over there in Florida, or is it just the one for now and they have plans for the second one? Or they've broken ground on both of them, right? They're simultaneously building two of them now, right? Is that correct? I'm not up to date on that stuff. All right, I'll get a shot of the orbital tank farm, and then I will get back to the Starship view, get that shot again. Remember Back to the Future? I think we were supposed to have flying cars and everything else by this time. What happened to that? Skateboards that levitate and everything else. Oh. Tom says, I have only seen that one is in construction phase, about halfway stacked. The other side is just turned over dirt. Okay, good stuff. Thanks, Tom. Good stuff. Cool, cool. Right on, Elena. Yeah, good stuff. You don't have to do anything here, but if you want to, you have the additional ability. So, good stuff. Good stuff. I was wondering what was going on there. There was somebody that kept getting nightbotted out yesterday, suffocating funny, and so I edited the words that he was using after the stream was over, so that in the future he is free to say those words that he wanted to. Without getting deleted by Nightbot. So yeah, he's been around for a while, and he's helped out the channel as well. So, good guy. For like at least the last 5 years, I've been kind of in amazement at how things are connected, right? And I do think about how if there's only one awareness or one being throughout the cosmos, the universe, and the different minds in each of the bodies, different philosophies, different perspectives of that being amongst itself, then as it has different thoughts in its mind, in its many minds, the strength of its beliefs or the strength of its emotion in the different bodies will affect the outcome that eventually happens. It's pretty interesting to think about. So, Johnny 3003. Helena says, like facets on a diamond. That's awesome. Nice one there. Good stuff, Gary. Gary says, sometimes you make my head hurt trying to follow, but I still try. Good stuff. Initially, I didn't like these yellow lights on the right, but I like them now. At nighttime, they're softer on the eyes, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, they still on the right there, they still have that helium on the right there. So these are the helium thing, and they normally park them on the other side of that tanker there on the left. So maybe they haven't done the. I'll check out and see if they installed that last pump over there. So we'll see what the comment was. Gary says the turtles love them too, or so they say. Yeah, I could see how that is, where the turtles are not as affected by maybe a bright light would be at night. You know, cool. Okay, Tom says, are there still plans to brand the top of the tower with a SpaceX illuminated logo like was in the renderings prior to construction? Tom, yeah, Sikoli, I don't know. I hadn't seen any branding like that. Looks like J- Jackie, awesome. Thanks for the support. You're awesome, Jackie. I saw you. I saw that I missed one of your comments this morning. I looked back through the Nightbot chat and good. I didn't see it this morning, but you were there. Good stuff. Thanks, and good evening to you. So Tom's asking, are there still plans to rebrand the top of the tower with a SpaceX illuminated logo like was in the renderings prior to construction? I didn't see any of those renderings. The sky glow confuses them, huh? Says Gary. Johnny 3003. I think French cars had yellow lights in the last century. Don't know if they still have them. Oh wow. Stuart says, wonder if blue lights would be better. Interesting. Yeah, in the military they have the blue lights and the red lights for nighttime, right? Kind of a similar thing for your eyes so you don't lose your sight at night. Yellow lights is a lot better, says Helena. Good stuff. Okay. Jackie, yeah, hectic, busy day. Hectic day, yeah. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, but Tom, who was doing those renderings that you were seeing? If you recall, let us know. It'd be kind of neat to see those, the way they did the branding for the SpaceX, you know. Passing, good to see you this evening. Stuart says the original drawings had the launch tower with siding and the SpaceX logo. Okay, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to do the siding, but on the south side of the tower, it looks like there is a little bit of cladding already. But I haven't seen any new work done on the tower in quite a while. Stuart Ski. Yeah, Alan, it has been a long day. Yep. Sometimes in the middle of the afternoon, I'm like, can I just go to sleep here? I'll be like in a parking lot to a restaurant or something, and I'll say, maybe I should just go to sleep. Yeah, Gary asks, how long have I been at Starbase? I got here the first night or morning I got here, I think it was March 1st, 2022. And soon after that, I rented a place over at Isla Blanca Park. But I think it was March 1st, March 1st, 2021. It has been a long day. Alan, the storm, I think it's delayed a little bit. We're looking at maybe 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. In about 7 or so hours. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 4 to 5 hours is, I think, when it's supposed to be the strongest. John E. 3003 says, France removed the yellow headlights on cars in 1993 because the EU wanted that. I got you. Stuart says, on the tower sides, there are mounting tabs for the siding. Yeah, time does fly. It's been a full time since March of last year. Yeah, it's been pretty full. We are looking at, today is the August 20th, 2022. Saturday. I got some grape juice today, Helena, so celebrated the Shabbat a little bit. Okay, Stuart says, if you zoom in on the dross braces during the day, you can clearly see the tabs. Okay. Thanks, Stuart. I'll give it a shot, see if I can... I've zoomed in on everything pretty much on the tower already, but cool. Yeah. Get the Starship and not get the guy here. Still in the vortex, huh? Yeah, I'm in a little bit of a vortex as well. Good for you. Is there anybody else on this side of the road? Just a bunch of trucks. Nobody's standing out here. Also to the right here, there is it looks like there's a truck down that way, maybe waiting. Maybe it could be one of those tankers. I'm not sure if that's a tanker or not, but yeah, nobody's out. There's the hoop cam over there, but that's about it. I think most of these trucks here are workers, you know. Tom August 3 asks, have you seen them make any special preparations for the upcoming storm? Let's see. Not that I know of, Tom. Not that I know. Yay, Mule Skinner. Yeah, it looks like it's going to get a little bit rougher. Four times, huh? I get a shot at the base of the Starship there. Hey, Mule Skinner, I like this kind of stuff, so it's not really work, but yeah, I don't know who owns a hoop cam, but there's a sign, and I have found, if you look on YouTube for hoop cam, you'll be able to find, you'll get to the channel. Hoop cam, Starbase, or SpaceX. That's not a UFO, everybody. That's just a reflection off the camera, so. Mule Skinner, thanks, man. Good stuff. I watched a lot of sci-fi stuff in my younger days, and this is the kind of stuff you would might maybe see in a sci-fi movie. So it belongs to Epic Spaceflight. Good stuff, Gary. Holshot says, Hoopcam belongs to Epic Spaceflight. Stuart Ski says, have they added any more scaffolding to the top of the launch tower? In one of your last few videos, you showed the tall stack of scaffolding on top of the tower. Stuart, yeah, it may have been you that asked that also. No, I haven't seen any additional work up there at the top of the tower. I don't know if that's scaffolding or if that's the way it's going to be going forward. Johnny 3on3 says, when Worlds Collide had a similar ship, but that was started on a long rail horizontally. I got you. All right. Yeah, sometimes I think, you know, how the shuttle came in and they landed the shuttle horizontally. They could do that. They just have to add some wheels at the bottom, right? Maybe maybe a bigger wing that could pop out or something. They could, if they wanted to, they could make this land like the shuttle, I believe. Sci-fi moving from 1952. Wow, good stuff. I'm gonna move again to the right here, and I get a shot of the tower. I think it's time to do that. Helena Stargirl of Elohim, member for 8 months. Thanks, Helena. Blessings to you as well. Blessings. 8 months. Been here since June of 2021. Yep. June. So that's about 13, 14 months. Wow, that's awesome. Well, it's been a good ride so far, that's for sure. Hanging out with you. All right, I'm gonna zoom out. I'll move to the right, and we'll get that different shot again. So. Probably another 20 minutes, and then I'll wrap up the show here. 64 minutes into the stream. Hey, Stargazer. Which Stargazer are you? Okay, I'm going to move to the right. It'll be about 20, 30 seconds, and I'll be back in with a steady camera. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, setting up the tripod now. All right, that's a different shot. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's see. The Let's see how I missed some of the chat. Maybe let me see. Yeah, so there's a stargazer here who's a photographer. So that's why I asked the question. Duff, what do you mean by what's the haps? You mean what's happening? Yeah, Tom, thanks. Sickle, great angle, good stuff. It's just your name. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, so the wind is kind of stronger right now than it was when I started. We're getting some pretty serious some wind right now. It may be due to where I'm standing that it's funneling. Maybe it's funneling through these two walls here on the left and right. And since the wind comes from the southeast, we're looking southeast right now. So the wind's getting funneled, I believe, through these two walls. And it's coming pretty strong through this area. I don't know how the audio is. Okay, yeah, I don't know how the audio is. Okay, good. The mic is still good, doing good. Good stuff. Thanks, Gary. Watching from Colorado, Stargazer, good stuff. Hey Duff, good stuff. Johnny 3on3 says, could they maybe move Booster 7 tomorrow? It's gonna depend on how things happen here with the weather, I believe. I don't know if there's it doesn't look like there's a lot of rain expected, but maybe there will be. It's kind of up in the air. If we don't get a lot of rain and maybe it's just wind that we get, then sure. If they get a lot of rain, maybe they would push things back a little bit. Yeah. I don't know the situation for installation of the Raptors on the Booster 7. I came across one of the RGV live streams today. So they did a live stream, and I watched maybe a couple minutes of that. So I don't know what they talked about during that live stream, but they were doing kind of a detailed discussion. There's like 3 or 4 people on that, and they were chatting about different things over at the build site using some of the photos. So yeah, Helena, I'll be safe from the winds. I don't expect it to get very extreme. Just in the 20s, 20 miles an hour, you know, maybe 27, 28 miles an hour. Later, Duff Sweets says, I'll catch you later. Fajitas and margaritas just showed up. Awesome. Good for you. Okay. I'll zoom out. You know, can't really can't get a steady shot with the wind at the moment. It was said earlier today that the venting that we're seeing from that tanker down the ways is called a boil off. So as the temperature in the tanker approaches in the cryo from cryo toward room temperature, the liquid fuel in the truck, whether it's oxygen or nitrogen or it'll vaporize from a liquid to a gas, and that's like a boiling of the cryo fluid. So they vent that rather than offloading it to the tank farm there. So. Okay, Gary says, unless SpaceX used some sort of special concrete mix, I wouldn't have believed that that area in front of the entrance is cured enough to drive the SVMT with a booster over it. Yeah, that's a good thought too. And I haven't seen them pouring any water over it too to make sure it doesn't crack or anything. So yeah, I don't know. I imagine they use some type of special mix, but yeah, I don't know. Good for you, Elena. Yeah, it's a good way to, I believe. Tom, no, they don't make any announcements for the venting over the loudspeaker. Oh yeah, well, for the orbital tank farm venting they do for sure, or the suborbital tank farms, yeah, or the orbital launch platform ventings for sure. Yeah, and that's I think it was also said that when those ventings happen over there too, that may be due to boil off as well from the why some of those ventings we see as well might be just a boil off as they're moving the different fluids around, you know. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of a hydraulic cement either. Wow. Gary says, could be a hydraulic cement maybe used for that entrance. Yeah, I never heard of that either, Helena. Wow. Johnny says, I think the SVMTs have so many wheels that it's spread quite evenly over all of them. Yeah. Gary says, hydraulic cement is a cement mix that expands and dries very hard and quickly. Wow. Expands and dries very hard and quickly. Sir Chris. Nice. Good to see you. So if there was a question earlier whether they did much to prepare for the storm, and so one of the things that they could prepare for is just to reduce the number of people here on site. So that is kind of a preparation. It just came to mind that yeah, there's not many people here tonight, and maybe that's why, just due to the weather. So that's something to consider. Yeah. Gary says there's a lot of different formulas of hydraulic cement depending on the actual need. Wow. So there's different hardnesses too of cement as well. Is that referred to as hydraulic cement, or is that some other type of mixture? Yeah, Tom says, Sicoli, I'm surprised the crane hasn't been lowered. Yeah, me too. I mean, that's a very tall crane, so maybe they had to prioritize space and everything. Yeah, Tom, August, good stuff. Yeah. Minimize people exposure, yeah. All right. Okay, Gary says that's usually denoted by pressure, 33,600 pound mix. Okay, good stuff. Okay. So that's not hydraulic, that's just pressure. Okay, that's cool. Interesting. All right, it's the PSI, pounds per square inch of pressure, says Stuart. Interesting. Johnny 3003 says, I guess they make it, cement is a whole science. They made special mixtures for the Burj Khalifa when they built it in Saudi Arabia. Interesting. I'm not familiar with that building, but cool. Yeah. Yeah. Helena's got a quote, a quick setting hydraulic cement instantly stops running water from cracks, holes, or other openings in concrete and masonry. Non-shrink and sets within 3 to 5 minutes. Wow, a quick setting hydraulic cement. Wow. Instantly stops running water from cracks, holes, or other openings in concrete and masonry. Non-shrink and sets within 3 to 5 minutes. Non-shrink, wow. 3 to 5 minutes, wow. "800 meters high was the Burj Khalifa. Wow. Wow. Stewart says the military has a special epoxy mix that they add to concrete for bunkers. It multiplies the pressure rating. Wow. Yeah, epoxy dries very quickly, and it's just a mixture of two different liquids, or one of them is a resin and the other is kind of a fluid. So they add that to the concrete to multiply the pressure rating. Wow. Thanks, Stuart. That sounds awesome. Same, Helena. Good info there. Wow. I'm probably going to end this stream in about 4 minutes. It's getting a little chilly out here, and the wind's kind of picking up a little bit at this spot. Time to get a sweater on or something. I'll walk down after this to the orbital tank farm area over there where the yellow lights are, and if they've done any installation of those pumps or etc., I'll consider doing a live stream or just doing some 4K video and uploading that. This could be it for the night. Yeah, thanks, Stuart. Thanks. It's been fun chatting too. About 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. Yep. Night, Sir Chris. Good to see you. Chat with you. Hey, Patricia. Thanks. Good stuff. Gary. "63 years old today." Awesome. Awesome, Patricia. That's the you've as far as astrology is concerned, you've entered these stars. You've gone through the moon, Venus, Mercury, sun, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. So you've completed the 7-year Saturn cycle, and now you're into the stars. Good for you. Congrats. All right. Happy birthday, Patricia. Thanks for stopping in. Good for you. Good for you. All right, I'm going to sign out from here. TomTech member for 14 months. Black Knight Satellite Ocean Cam. TomTech. Happy 63, Patricia, says Tom. Thank you. You too, Patricia. Yep, good night, everybody. Good night, Patricia. Happy birthday. Helena, everybody here. Good night. Nice to chat with you. TomTech, 14 months. You are a leader. You are a leader here. That's for sure. Good on you. Good on you. Good night. Good night, everybody.